Hello, my loves. How you doing? How you doing? Oh my gosh. Those who are meant to stay here on this video will, and those who are cringing at me right now will leave, and that's fine. That is exactly how it is meant to be. Oh my goodness. So, I have decided that I'm going to sit and talk and just channel some messages and allow whatever is meant to come through, come through. You know, fam, I'm gonna be honest. Today I had a rough morning. There was a part of me today that really didn't want to be human. A part of me woke up and I just felt this weight on my chest, this doubt in myself, in my path, in my power. I'm just going to be really upfront. Like, that's how I felt today. And, I have all these tools that I teach my students and my clients. And I was using my tools. I was giving myself Reiki. I was doing the energy clearing. I put on sound bowls. I was letting the sound bowls play. And I'll be honest, it took a minute for the shift to happen. But what made the shift happen was, well, one, I called in my spirit guides, my guardian angels, my power animals, those who work with me originating in my soul's truth. Specifically say that when you call in your spirit team, that those who originate in your soul's truth, because we do have spirit guides that work in chaos, and when we're feeling chaos, we don't necessarily want to have more chaos. uh, we want to call in the spirit guides that want to help us in the most harmonious way. So when we say originating in our soul's truth, that puts that clear boundary and discernment out on who we want to talk to. So I called in my spirit team. I asked for help. I asked for a healing. And then I laid there in my bed for a moment and I just kind of looked up and I was like, Universe, God, I'm having a really hard time right now. Like, I'm really struggling just being alive and being human. And then I heard God, universe, talk back to me and say, well, why, my child? Why, sweet one? And that's when I had this moment where I was like, oh, because I'm afraid. I'm about to expand into something completely different with my business and change things, how I run things with my website and the back end of everything that I do. And I was having this fear beginning to come up to move through me. And so when I finally acknowledged that and I said it and I spoke it, my dog is here to say hello. Hi, baby. Hi. When I finally acknowledged it and said it, I felt the weight release. And I was like, huh. So when I admit that I'm afraid and I look fear in the eye, that's when I can begin to shift the timeline and get out of that spiral. And so after saying that, I had my own personal conversation with God about, what I'm doing and how this is in alignment and how I know that this is what I'm meant to do. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to work out amazing. I was finally able to eat. I made myself a little yogurt bowl and I put pumpkin seeds and cinnamon in it and a little bit of granola. And I went outside. I made myself a cup of coffee. I wanted some coffee today. And I went outside and I sat in the sun and I just felt the sun beaming on me and I ate my yogurt and I drank my coffee. And I was like, okay, I need to go outside. Like, I need to go and just be with nature. And so I got my dog, which is, she just came, said hello. I went and I got her and I went to a nearby park and I just walked around and I felt myself beginning to get grounded, get into alignment, feel that release of that heavy energy because I really was like, my tools don't feel like they're working right now. But they were doing what they were meant to do. But I feel like the biggest takeaway, like where I'm going with this right now, sometimes the most important tool that we can use to clear our energy and to get into alignment is to talk to God, talk to the universe, admit what's going on inside of us and not try to run from it or try to immediately heal it and clear it. Look at it, figure out what it actually is and where it's coming from, and then taking care of ourselves. So I needed to eat. I needed food. So I ate breakfast. Then as I ate breakfast, I was like, wow, I really need to just be outside. Like, I need to go be with Mother Earth. I need to just be in nature. And so I did that. I took care of myself when I was feeling really fucking shitty. And because I did that, I was able to shift my frequency and get back in the vortex, get back in the energy of receiving, trusting, flowing, feeling that optimism, not that spiral that I was in of like, oh fuck, like this is hard, like this is heavy. And yes, it takes a degree of mental stamina to be able to shift and pivot. We could keep going down that dark road. We can keep going and feeling the shitty feelings. We can choose to keep looking at them and try to run from them. But when we face them with love and compassion and feel the love from the universe that the universe has for us, and then give ourselves that love and that care, well, that's where the magic happens. That's where the really big shift takes place. And I feel like this is important to share and talk about right now. I know that a lot of you feel stuff like this too. I want to validate your feelings. It is fucking hard to be human sometimes. We experience the duality of this world, the polarity. You would not know joy if you did not know sadness. You would not know grief if you did not know love. You would not know peace if you did not know pain. You would not know hate if you did not know love. This is the very complex contrast of this reality that we all chose to come and experience. We were once in the oneness with Source, the universe, God, whatever you want to call the frequency, that which goes by 1,000 names but cannot be named. We were once in the energy and in that frequency, and then we chose, all right, let's go experience contrast. Let's go into the 3D realm. Let's see what it takes to create, what it feels like. What is it like to have all of this? The contrast of it all. You cannot have the light without the dark. You would not see the light if there was no dark. You would not have darkness if you had no light. It's the complex yet simple nature of creation. And where I'm going with this is I want to validate that it can be fucking hard sometimes. I feel like people think that when you're on the spiritual awakening journey, that it's meant to be all rainbows and butterflies sometimes. Love and light. But it's not. The brighter the light gets, the darker the shadow it casts. And this is your reminder from the universe right now that you're not alone. God is always with you, living inside of you, connecting with you. You just gotta listen. Just gotta reach out. Pick up the phone. Hello, Source. I'm struggling to be human right now. Please, hold me. Help me. I need to feel you. I need to hear you. And then listening. Just listening. Breathing. Holding yourself with love. There was another time where, this was like a month ago, a little over a month ago. I feel like you guys are really going to want to hear this story right now. About a month ago, I had this moment where I just felt like I needed to cry. Like I just was like, I don't know why I feel like I need to cry right now. Like I really didn't have anything going on that was like triggering where I was like, oh, I need to cry. Like I just felt this like uneasiness in my chest. And so I closed the door And I laid on my bed and I ended up going into the fetal position and just in the, like a little baby, started to weep and cry my eyes out and like just like let it come up. And I was like, oh my God. And then my inner being, my inner self was like, why am I crying? Like, where is this coming from? And in that moment, I was just really feeling the weight of the world. Excuse me. Excuse me. Well, I was feeling the weight of the world. I was feeling all of it. There's so much going on. So much going on. There's genocide, there's war, there's human trafficking, there's child abuse, there's so many awful things out there. And I was feeling the weight of the motherfucking world in that moment, and I was just crying my eyes out. And I just kept saying, why? Why am I alive? What is the point? Why am I here? Why? 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 I just kept going, why, why? And then all of a sudden I heard this very soft voice, which I knew was God, say to me, stop asking why. Make a left at love. If you keep going down the road of why, you will keep separating yourself. Make a left at love. And when I heard that, I stopped crying immediately, like instantaneously, stopped crying. And then I sat with that and I held that. I was like, okay, make a left at love. If you keep asking why, it just gets darker and darker. You just separate yourself more, okay? And then I heard, there is no why, my child. It just is. It just is. Make a left at love. There is no why. It just is. And then I held that and I sat with that. And I felt this like warm comfort come over me, this love come over me. And then that's when I accepted it in that moment. I was like, okay, humans get these complex feelings and emotions. Our brain cannot comprehend why. We cannot wrap around why some things are the way they are. Why life is just is. There is no why. That's why. Such a paradox, right? And I sat with that and I was like, okay, I accept that it is. And I felt all of it release around me. That heaviness, that what caused me to feel like I needed to cry in the first place. And I'm not trying to justify war and genocide and all these terrible things in the world, but I want to validate that it is shitty, that it is really hard, that there are some human experiences out there that are fucking tough, and you can't justify it. You can't justify what's going on in this world. But we can accept that it is and make more loving realizations. And I feel like within doing that, we can also begin to shift what that is. There is a great change taking place upon this planet at this time. We are entering the age of Aquarius. I'm recording this about like 3 weeks before Pluto officially enters Aquarius. And this time frame hasn't existed on the planet in over 250 years, and it's going to be this way now for the next 250 years, Pluto in Aquarius. And this is the Great Awakening of all humanity, where the veil is completely lifted, where our vibration creates our reality, and we get to choose. It doesn't have to be the way that it was. And the more of us that realize this and embody this, the whole planet is going to shift. Those wars, those injustices, I truly believe will disappear. It's my personal belief. Some people might think I'm crazy. It is what it is. It's my personal belief. It's that my truth is that we came here to do this work, this alchemy, this inner work, hold our vibration, hold this frequency, anchor the light, anchor the truth, and then the rest of humanity will shift and it will follow through. This is the Great Awakening. This is the prophecy, the eagle, the condor flying wingtip to wingtip together, where the great change takes place, where harmony and balance is restored with the lands, Mother Earth and her children, the spirits that are here. We're healing our bloodline, our ancestral lines with this work. It's very deep alchemy. I have whole body chills now as I'm saying this. So if you're on this video and you made it this far, I want to say I love you. I see you, brother, sister, sibling, whatever you go by. We are one, and we came here for this shift, this time on earth, this great pivot. And when you feel the darkness starting to consume you, remember to make a left at love. Make a left at love. And keep holding that, because then it won't consume you. Then the light will appear. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you for being here. I offer workshops and different one-on-one sessions and things like that on my website if you're interested in working deeper. If you're here because you just wanted to talk and you like hearing my voice and you resonate with my energy, I'm honored to have you in this space. All right, my loves. I'll see you soon. Bye.